What's good, everybody? It's your boy Everton, and today Mint Mobile announced that they have been acquired by T-Mobile for $1.35 billion. Let's talk about what that means for you as a Mint Mobile customer or maybe a potential upcoming client and what the changes entail. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, if you had been following up with the news or not around this, Mint Mobile had actually been shopping for a buyer since last year. Earlier this year, they did break the news that they were in discussions with T-Mobile to potentially sell to them. And now today, March 15th, 2023, they did announce the full acquisition of Mint Mobile to T-Mobile, which is a big deal, right? Now, let's also explain what's actually going on here. This is a acquisition and not a merger. A merger is essentially what happened with Sprint and T-Mobile, where the two companies merged under T-Mobile. So now Sprint clients are now T-Mobile's clients. This is not that, this is an acquisition. So essentially T-Mobile buys Mint Mobile as a whole entity. They acquire that entity under their portfolio asset, and Mint Mobile mostly operates as the same. So I expect Mint Mobile to operate like Metro PCS does, as now Metro by T-Mobile. So there are some changes that I expect to occur. I expect most things to remain the same. Even they actually even talked about maintaining some of the plans, at least a $15 plan. So I believe that some of those consumer friendly features will, or plan prices will remain the same. But there are some things that I think we will lose, and I want to talk about that now. So the biggest thing that I think that we'll lose is the referral program. Let me explain that referral program and its inception. Mint Mobile had a two-part marketing department. You had Mint Mobile's marketing department, which was mainly Ryan Reynolds, and they would promote online. He would do these really funny, quirky commercials that sat well with consumers, and that's how he marketed. The other half of the marketing department was us, the consumer, right? We would spread word of mouth about the plans and things like that, and they would even ship us two SIM cards, one that you can give to a potential friend that was interested in signing up as well. But we also had a more formal structure, which is called the referral program, which allowed us to get compensated in the form of renewal credits if we shared our link and a customer signed up for Mint Mobile. We would then get renewal credits. That was how we got compensated. I benefited from it, obviously doing YouTube videos. Like I would tell people, like in this video, you can click on my link in the description. You can sign up for Mint Mobile, and we'll both get a credit. That may potentially go away. I'm not sure, but I feel like it will, because one of the biggest benefits of having a larger company come into play or take over a large or smaller company is that you get a lot of the bigger budget, the cachet, and the cash. So I expect potentially this to be Mint by T-Mobile. I have told people about Mint Mobile, like, what's that? But if you say Mint by T-Mobile, there's more cachet in that name. There may be a branding upgrade or a branding change, but also since they have now the resources to push out more commercials, more marketing budgets, and flyers and posters, and ads and publications and things like that. I don't know how financially incentivizing it is. I don't know how financially incentivizing it is for them to also give us the credit as well. I hope it stays in place, but I have seen things like that go away with other companies that used to rely on their consumer base to spread the word and incentivize us with credits for the service itself. Now that may go away. I've seen it happen a few times. So what do we have to actually gain? Well, as consumers, Mint Mobile would have to negotiate contracts and things like that. Now, Mint Mobile has a permanent space, so if contract negotiations didn't go well with, T-Mobile, they wouldn't have to switch to like AT&T's towers if they wanted to remain, or Verizon's towers, things like that. You can rely on having a permanent space on T-Mobile's towers, which, quite frankly, is a relief for me. Regardless of coverage, if you have it or not, with where you live, T-Mobile does have very fast data speeds. They've always led all in testing as some of the fastest data speeds out there, oftentimes doubling. I know that in my area we double AT&T and and Verizon together. So it's definitely, I'm happy that we now have a permanent space on T-Mobile Spectrum. I also believe that we should potentially have less deprioritization. Currently, T-Mobile does do 2G speeds after you run out of data. I believe that there'll still be deprioritization there. It exists on other MVNOs that are owned by T-Mobile, such as Metro by T-Mobile. So I don't think that should go away, but I do feel like, hey, we'll have a higher tier of deprioritization, if that makes any sense. So no longer 2G speeds, are potentially like 3G speeds and things like that. But outside of that, I do feel like the service is going to be remain competitive, if not be more competitive. But I am interested in what you guys think about this merger. Please let me know in the comments. Do you guys feel like this merger is going to provide more capacity? Do you think it's going to be a bad thing? I personally think that T-Mobile has a cavalier attitude, where they're like more consumer friendly, so it aligns up with the Mint Mobile branding and their culture. So I definitely like that. But I also will link the press release that they did, or the video that they did to announce the merger, in the video description. Also, there will be a link to Mint Mobile. If you guys want to click on that, it'll take you right over there. You guys can sign up under my link. Outside of that, though, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys feel. But until next time, I'm Everton, and I do videos Everton's way. Peace.